Hey, everybody. Welcome to Bad Comedy Podcast. I'm Senior Advisor Warren at Apple. I'm here with...
I'm Junior Advisor Tim Cook. I just starting today.
I emailed you. That's what I'm doing all morning, emailing people.
Yeah, I know. I got the email. I just have to talk to my supervisor. I'm still a junior advisor.
Wait, your supervisor's Warren?
Yeah. I work for Warren.
You own the company, though.
Warren Buffett.
Fuck. I'll never get anywhere with...
Is it Warren Buffett
with
and
Tim Cook then? No. He said his name's Warren, but he also goes by Aiko, A-I-K-O. I think he must be like a hentai
guy. Is he? Do they use Japanese telemarketers and they use fake American names?
But he signed off one of his emails, Warren, and then in parentheses, Aiko.
Mm-hmm. I guarantee his name is Aiko, and he has a fake name. I worked for a call center, and I had a fake name.
Well, I talked to him on the phone. He sounded like a normal weird person.
Well, yeah, you could have a weird name and be a normal weird person.
They sounded like American white.
Hey, you be. I mean, some Asians do that.
Or maybe they're really good at it. Yeah,
he's a fucking pro, dude. He's just a pro telemarketer.
Yeah. So I've been talking to Apple support a lot, folks, because they think I stole my own identity. Mm-hmm. I didn't steal my own identity. Apple, it doesn't make sense. Why would I steal my own identity? They disabled all my accounts, and I'm having trouble getting
when people have
back.
like a really strong identity, they'll say a sentence like "as a black woman" and "as a Asian American in a wheelchair." You could do "as Mac NEPPER."
Yeah,
as a Mac NEPPER, because that's your identity. Yeah, you stole from yourself.
I maintained my identity. I didn't steal it because I already had it. Mm-hmm. How can I steal something I already have? So, Warren...
That is actually an interesting paradox.
Yeah.
I feel like a philosopher right now.
Yeah.
How could one steal one's own identity?
I'm going to email this to Warren.
I think, therefore, I steal.
I'm going to email this clip to Warren at Apple. Mm-hmm. Hey, Warren, you're the worst customer service
Is his email Warren
in the whole world. No, I don't know.
Warren, parentheses, Aiko at apple.com.
Yeah, you're a senior advisor, and you're the worst customer service person in the whole world, and you ruined my life. and that's why I CC'd Tim Cook in this also.
Oh, now he's in trouble.
I'm throwing away all of my Apple products and getting all non-Apple products after 15 years of being a loyal customer.
Maybe you just got a bad Apple.
I talked to a couple people. That's funny, though. It's funny wordplay. I got a lot of bad apples. It seems like their whole customer service is all bad apples.
Oh. The apple doesn't fall far from the tree.
Don't put all your apples in one basket.
Yeah, as they say.
An apple a day makes you pay dearly with wasting your time.
That's right. It's actually a waste of time to have an apple a day.
Yeah, working with Apple every day makes you want to commit suicide.
Mm-hmm. That's what they say at the factory.
Yeah,
they say at the iPad factory.
Oh, yeah. No wonder they have all these people working for Apple trying to jump off. They probably have Warren as their boss.
If you don't, an apple a day, you better meet your quota.
Hey, one more thing, Warren. Just so you know, this is the biggest podcast in the nation, and sorry for blowing up your spot, but I hate you.
Ooh, you're fucked, Warren.
Yeah, I hope you get fired, Warren. I used to work in customer service, and I know how procedures work, and you don't follow procedures, okay?
Honestly, the way Warren is treating you is how I would have my customer service people treat people if I owned a business. They message me like, "Hey, this guy's having a real big problem." I go, "Hey, could you tell him to go fuck himself?
Yeah.
I'm a little busy."
Yeah, this is Apple.
Yeah, do not apologize. We're the biggest company in the world. It's just one of our stupid customers.
I'm just gonna go on a social media campaign and just pay a bunch of money to like pump up my posts.
You're going head to head with Apple. You're gonna take them down.
I'm on a warpath against Apple. Because, I have millions of followers. So what I'm going to do is, first of all, post it to my followers, put a bunch of money to make sure that everyone knows how terrible Apple is, get as many lifelong customers as possible to leave Apple.
Yeah.
And it'll be all true stuff, quotes from emails, everything.
And then at the very end, sent from my iPhone.
Yeah. Well,
in the little call signature.
and then at the end, in memory of Warren.
Yeah. It just has the automatic sent from my iPhone thing.
Ico.
Still.
And the good news is, I don't think there's 2 Warren parentheses Icos. Mm-hmm. So I'm pretty sure I can.
Well, there is 2. There's Warren G and Warren Buffett.
No, I mean, there's no people that work at. I don't think there's 2 people that work at Apple. I don't think
there's one person named Warren who works at Apple. I think that's his fake name. I worked at a call center for a place, and they had 2 websites. They had another version of their website was fake. Mm-hmm. So I do customer service for both websites, but they made me use a fake name so that nobody would realize I was the same guy. So at Zounds.com, I was Jason, and at Same Day Music, I was Roger.
Nice. That's funny.
Picked Roger.
No, all I'm saying is that I don't think there's any people with both the name Warren and Ico that work
and can
at
I tell you
Apple.
the truth? I like being Roger a little more. It's kind of fun. Yeah. It was novel.
Did you have a different personality as Roger?
Yeah. I was a little bit more old school.
Well,
Same Day Music was like it was a website made deliberately looked older, and it was to attract like older customers. I think
so. You had an older name.
It was like shitty, yeah.
Yeah, so like Roger.
And the whole emphasis was we ship the same day, which was the same for the other website.
Yeah. What are some other old people names?
It's just like
Harvey,
Harvey's good.
Eustace. He's the old guy from Courage the Cowardly Dog.
Ulysses. Ulysses. That's Grant.
I don't know any new Keiths, really.
I'm going to name my son Ulysses.
Abraham.
My son Abraham. That's a Bible name.
Actually,
though.
yeah. So there's probably
I had a friend named Abe.
Yeah, actually,
Abe Pedroza.
Yeah, that won't go away.
Abe Pedroza was so funny, dude. Me and him.
Bartholomew.
The last day of class in Mr. Zonder's class. Mr. Zonders was a notorious teacher. Everybody would fuck with him. He was a little guy, and he was bald, and his head would turn red when
Those
he got
are the
mad.
best types of teachers.
So everybody would hide in the cabinets and grab his legs and stuff.
Mm-hmm. That guy reminds
me and Abe Pedroza, the last day of school, he called us up individually so he could look through the book and tell us if we owed him any money for like defacing the English book or whatever the fuck it was.
Yeah.
So me and Abe went around the class because everyone else was just talking, and we drew pictures of dicks and we slyly put them in everybody around the classroom's book so that when he would go through it, he would find the picture of a dick, and he did it in like 5 books in a row. He just kept finding the picture of the dick, and he would just crumble it up really fast, throw it away.
That's pretty great.
Yeah, it was really awesome.
That teacher reminds me of Warren, the senior advisor at Apple.
Yeah, he was a little bit like that. Short, angry, bald guy.
Yeah, that's probably what Warren is.
Secretly Japanese.
So you guys might be wondering what this spinning ball is below me.
Are you Rita from the Power Rangers?
It's a cool fountain. You get. Yeah. It's a cool Zen fountain. You can only see the top of it, but I got it from Temu. But no free ads, so Temu, make sure you sponsor us. Thank you.
Remember the Power Rangers? Rita was in space, and then when she'd send a monster down.
She's like the witch, right?
Yeah. She had the horns, but she had a really pretty face.
She was hot. Yeah.
She would send a monster down, right? The monster would ultimately fail against the Power Rangers.
Of course.
So then she would throw her spear from space to Earth.
Yeah.
And when it hit the ground, the monster would grow really big.
Mm-hmm. How did you lose to these Power Rangers?
Every time. Then they would get their Zords. Zordon? What is it? No, they're Megazords. They would become a giant robot. Yeah. Megatron.
I think it's Megatron, yeah.
We need to ask James Fisher Jr. we need our resident Power Rangers expert.
We just need to ask like any black guy.
Yeah, they always know. I didn't find this out until I was old, but the fight scenes were all from another TV show, and they would just edit them in.
Really?
Did you know that?
No.
There's an original Japanese Power Rangers.
You did tell me about this.
And they would do all the fighting and stuff.
But they didn't have the costumes on like that, right?
Well, the thing is the costume covers your face.
Yeah.
So when they had the fight scenes, they could just use that same footage.
This was Japanese or Chinese, you said?
Japanese, I think.
Nice.
So, yeah. So all the speaking parts, and then they would just, they're wearing helmets so they could just talk over the Japanese would have been.
My mom invited me to Japan next year.
No shit?
Yeah. I just got to pay for my plane ticket,
That's sweet,
which is going to be expensive, but she's going to pay for everything else.
I just watched Ham's Talents video about being in Japan.
Yeah.
On YouTube.
And he probably hated it because there wasn't enough food.
Yeah. He's mad that he couldn't fit in any of the buildings.
Yeah. and
He kept tearing up their paper houses.
that's what I was gonna say. Every time you open a door, tear their paper house. He'd fall through the paper floors.
Yeah. The whole time just sounded like a fucking recycling bin. Him walking around knocking papers everywhere.
Do you have Hulu?
I have access to Hulu.
If you haven't seen the show Shogun,
Very
good.
I'll take it as a rec. I've been watching.
It's like number 2 on Hulu right now.
I've been watching that old show Silicon Valley. I'd never seen.
So
It's kind of jumped the shark. I actually just started watching it because I read T.J. Miller stopped working on the show because he refused to stop drinking and doing drugs. So they just went their separate ways.
Really?
And then the way they write him off the show is they have him in an opium den in China and they just leave him there. And it's like a metaphor for what really happened. It was like, holy shit, this is dark.
It's pretty funny.
Yeah.
What's he up to? Is he still just being an Artie Lang type?
I don't know. He got, I don't know. I feel like he's always kind of in trouble.
TJ Miller?
Yeah, like he got kind of canceled. I think he's like too weird for people to really know. Mostly, I think he just does clubs now. Like he's just a stand-up comedian again.
Yeah, he's like Blake.
I see. That's what I see on YouTube. Well, yeah, kind of like Blake.
Well, last night I got home.
I met TJ Miller once. He did Beer Belly open mic.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, you told me about that, I think.
He came with Nick Vatterott and some other guys to practice their sketches. He didn't do stand-up. They did sketches.
Really?
And then when he left, he shook my hand and he said, "I'll see you soon." Which was weird. I've never seen him since. It was really fucking
How many
weird.
years ago was that?
Like 6 years ago.
Hey, TJ, when is soon?
Yeah, come on.
Come on the
dude.
podcast.
It was funny. All the regulars at the bar recognized him.
Yeah.
And they were like, "Whoa, TJ Miller's here." They got all excited about celebrity guy. And then when he left, they all talk shit about him. Like, "Hey, he wasn't nice." I was like, what do you want from him? Just a guy.
Yeah. It's kind of like when Mark Norman wouldn't take a shot with me, and then I wanted to kill him. You know.
I offered him a beer. He did take it from me, but he had me give the beers to his fellas.
See, I wish Mark Norman did that.
Yeah. Yeah, he should have got the shot and gave it to his lackey, that opener guy.
Yeah.
What's that guy's name?
I don't know.
I think it's like Caleb or something.
I don't know. Well, his opener was he does like a Kermit voice. I don't know. I like it. But what was I gonna say? I had something on the tip of my tongue. I got these.
Why wasn't TJ Miller nice?
What were we talking about prior to?
That's cool.
TJ Miller.
If you were holding that box, I'd be like, well, he's just holding a box. I'm not worried.
Shogun. Yeah. Well, this looks like
And then you open it, it's 2 knives.
it looks like it could be like a fan, like an Asian fan or something. But no, 2 different types of knives.
Yeah. It's like, oh shit, that guy's about to Benny Hanna me.
Yeah. I'm gonna commit Benihana in when I go to Japan. Oh, but yeah.
If you fucking miss the shrimp, you have to do Harry Carey. Do you know that's a Benihana rule?
Really?
Yeah, if you miss too many shrimps in a night, you have to kill yourself at the end of the KYS.
Do you think Harry Carey, the Cubs announcer, was named after Harikari?
Yeah, I think so. I think there's no question.
There's a dumb line in the song "Look at Me Now" by Busta Rhymes and some other people. It's and the suicide doors, Harikari.
Oh, that's cool.
Something cool. It's like, these suicide doors.
I was writing.
Suicide.
I'm working on a rap lyric. Well, no, I actually came up with what could be cool in a rap song. Is like saying like, "I don't suffer fools. I make the fools suffer."
That's good.
Yeah, but I gotta like now write a whole song.
Yeah, you can talk about punishing people with puns.
Yeah.
It'd be called the Punisher.
Maybe. I think they would call me Charles Melton.
You could.
That's been my rap name is Charles Melton.
I have a good rap name for you.
Yeah.
Big Pun.
Or
You're
Charlie
big
Melton.
because you're big and you're a Punisher.
No, I don't punish people like you.
No,
You're Crohn's pun.
No.
Charles Melton.
I'm starting to get swole from working out, dude.
Um,
And then I'm gonna train so I can beat up Zach O'Ryan.
you're gonna be swole pun.
Yeah. Well,
You're gonna be big parentheses swole pun.
I'm gonna show everyone that I don't need my gun. Okay?
Big in the muscles pun.
Yeah. What about like not or what's the opposite of notorious? Well, notorious is like
I don't know. What is the opposite of notorious?
I think notorious
mean you're
is
like,
bad famous. Is like
yeah.
is like infamous.
Infamous.
Infamous and notorious.
Lord Infamous.
I think are synonyms.
3 6 Mafia.
But what's the antonym?
So what's it? I guess famous.
Famous, yeah.
Yeah.
Be,
Famous would be the
or like famous hero.
yeah.
Heroic.
Yeah.
Heroic celebrity. I'm the heroic celebrity SMALL instead of Notorious B.I.G.
Oh, did you ever see the movie Three Amigos?
Is that the old movie with like
Steve Martin, Steve
Warren,
Steve Martin, Martin Short, and Chevy Chase.
Oh, I thought it was
the Three Amigos.
I thought it was Warren and Tim Cook,
and
someone else.
Steve Jobs.
Steve Jobs.
It's an old movie.
Rest in peace, Steve Jobs.
Rest in peace to Steve Jobs.
Yeah.
Fuck Steve Jobs, dude. I hate Steve Jobs. I hate these guys like Elon Musk, Steve Jobs, Bezos. They're fake.
Well, now they have Dane Cook.
Yeah.
Oh, shit. I actually emailed Dane Cook today, I think, instead of Tim Cook.
Dane Cook, fix my iPhone.
Yeah, I told Warren, well, guess what?
Shit, I meant to say Tim Cook.
Why don't we copy Dane Cook in this? And I did.
Great Dane Cook.
The
Three Amigos, the whole plot hinged on these people are in a little town in Mexico. They're getting harassed by these Mexican cartel guys. Mm-hmm. And so they think the movie, there's a movie, The Three Amigos. And it's these actors who play like John Wayne type guys.
So in the movie, there's a movie.
In the movie, there's a movie called The Three Amigos.
Okay.
And the people in this little town, they watch the movie and they think it's real. And they're getting harassed by real cartel guys. So they send a telegram to the Three Amigos actors, and they're trying to say how evil they are, and they have a long list, and the guy's like, the telegram is going to get really expensive if we list all these evil words. How about just infamous? Infamous means all those things. And the Three Amigos are a bunch of dumb actor guys, and when they get the letter, they go, "What does infamous mean?" And the guy goes, "I think it just means really famous." We want to go work with these really famous mobster guys.
Yeah.
And then they have to go down, and then they're a bunch of actors who have to fight the cartel.
It's a lot like
It's a great movie.
You can definitely draw some lines between that and like Tropic Thunder.
Yeah.
They're
very similar.
They're pretty adjacent Melton.
Although, isn't Tropic Thunder the idea like they're trying to method act the actors by like putting real weapons, and then they actually fight people? Yeah.
Yeah, well then
it's similar.
They run into the actual. They're supposed to be filming a movie, and then shit hits the fan or something.
Hell yeah!
And then they run into the actual, whatever Viet Cong fake drug dealers.
Well, it's like or
morphine whatever makers.
It might not even be Viet Cong. It might be.
Yeah,
is it Vietnamese?
It was just.
I just saw that movie for the first time.
It was just like drug warlords.
Yeah,
and they were making a Vietnam movie. And then And then they thought there was a movie the whole time, pretty much until like.
Isn't it funny that it still looks like Vietnam out there?
Yeah. And they still just listen to a bunch of CCR out there
because they're just like farmers still.
Yeah, they just and all they listen to is CCR and like Rolling Stones and stuff.
Yeah, as Drake has a new joke where he called it Vietnam helicopter music because it's music that plays when a Vietnam helicopter would fly by. I mean, just 60s rock, I guess he means.
Yeah.
The Rolling Stones or
that's just the Vietnam genre.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's CCR.
Yeah,
Rolling
Drake calls
Stones.
it Vietnam helicopter music.
It's good. That is that genre, really. We should make a Vietnam movie.
I'm down.
We can make it in here.
My only fear is that I would be a Marine, and then I would get PTSD, and I'd have to commit hoorah-cide.
Oh yeah.
I want to.
But also Army hoorah-side.
Hoorah-side is if I was in the Army. For sure.
Mm-hmm. Hoorah sounds way cooler than hoo-ah.
Yeah, it does. It does.
When you say hoo-ah, it's like it just sounds like you're an R-worded Marine.
I think it's also less known than hoorah. So you sound kind of like you're saying hoorah wrong. Like you sound like you're like the dumb Marine.
Yeah. Well, because when I think of it, I just think of Jamie Foxx saying hoorah.
From what?
In a movie. He says in a movie.
That's cool.
They're sitting around a fire and he says hoorah.
What movie is that? I love Jamie Foxx.
It's a movie about they're in Iraq.
Do you think Jamie Foxx has been cloned?
Yeah, like Tyrone.
They cloned, yeah.
And Gucci Mane.
It's very funny that he did that movie after he was sick. It was like one of the first movies.
After he was cloned, they put him in a clone movie.
Well, yeah, the whole movie is about how we need to keep certain types of people around to keep certain situations ideal for the rich elite. It's like a conspiracy. And wouldn't that be the case if somebody like Jamie Foxx died? We would just grab the best Jamie Foxx impersonator and keep his legacy going because we need to keep selling these movies.
Right. And they made the movie.
Yeah.
They cloned Tyrone to like show that how ridiculous it is.
It's just to be meta, you know?
Yeah, exactly.
Like how they're always leaving clues for us conspiracy guys.
Yeah.
You know, they're always like putting little stuff in for us to find.
Right. Well, they did it, and it was so
like, you know, like how
it was so ridiculous
they
that
planned 9/11 and then they put a picture of it on the back of a $20 bill.
Yeah.
So we would find it. It's the same thing.
Well, yeah. In my opinion, they made Who Cloned Tyrone not as a clue, but just to like show like how ridiculous that would never ever happen.
Yeah, so that
you know,
yeah.
like,
so I start describing what actually happened is that they cloned Jamie Foxx, and people go, "You mean they cloned Tyrone the movie?"
Yeah,
and then I'm like, "Fuck!" Now I can never get the truth out.
Same as Get Out. Get Out is actually true.
Yeah,
they have
they're putting white people inside of black people.
Yeah.
I had a real problem with that movie is because I do think that white people want black people's coolness, but I don't think they want to actually be black.
Right.
You know what I mean? They don't want a black body.
Yeah.
They just want a black coolness, like an acceptance and the culture.
And like athletic ability.
Maybe the ability, yeah. But they don't want the dark skin. That's like going to... You know, that's where you get all that's when you lose all your privilege.
Wait, but I thought you thought that white people were cooler because of bitch.
Yes. Well, I do think that people are making a mistake. A lot of people think that black people are cooler or have more swag than white people.
They are cooler.
I disagree. Have you ever heard of Charles Babbage?
No.
He's the coolest white guy ever.
Who's that?
He invented the computer. Alan Turing.
Who's that?
He was a mathematician and code breaker during World War II, and he was gay, and they chemically castrated him. So then they made a joke in Silicon Valley. They made a joke in Silicon Valley that was so funny. They say Alan Turing was a lot cooler, like a lot more. They say he was a lot more chill after he was chemically castrated. They said in the show, I was like, holy shit. It literally led to his huricide.
That's probably true, though. You know, he probably didn't have like as much like testosterone or he's probably just like
He said he didn't feel like making accomplishments that would get him ass. He stopped trying and stopped inventing stuff.
Yeah, he thought he was gonna get a bunch of ass.
Yeah, the only reason why he broke code in World War II is so they can get tons of ass at the gay club.
Okay, so you got Alan Turing and Babbage, but
Charles Babbage.
Black people have Mike Vick.
Okay, Mike Vick is very cool.
Yeah, they have.
But what about Benjamin Franklin?
Shit. Andre 3000.
George Washington
Carver.
Abraham Lincoln.
Fuck. Gucci Mane.
Charlemagne. King Charlemagne. Not.
You mean like Charlemagne the God? Charlemagne the God. Oh, yeah, Charlemagne the God. Charlemagne the God.
Yeah.
The God.
The God.
You're talking about the one from the medieval times.
Yeah, King Charlemagne.
Actually, he's probably cooler than this one.
Than Charlemagne the God? I'm not a huge fan of Charlemagne the God.
You know, I have a friend named Charlie Maine. I swear to God.
Charlie Maine?
His first name is Charlie, last name is Maine.
I have a friend named China Maine.
You don't.
Yeah, I do. He's a rapper. Chinese rapper, actually.
What's his best song?
I can't pronounce it.
Have you there's a Chinese cover band of U2?
What?
The band U2?
What are they called? What are they? I've never heard of this.
It's called U2 also. But
they're also called U2.
Yeah, they're all.
I guess
Chinese.
in China they don't have copyright.
But their main song is "Hero, Hero, Ora."
Nice.
Yeah, so I love that cover band.
Yeah, I think I would love to listen to that.
Yeah.
I think I would listen to a Chinese cover band of any band.
That could be my next song. I'll dress Chinese and I'll be Chinese.
You're gonna get in trouble.
I'll be Chinese Bono.
That'll get you. That's good. The algorithm's gonna love that.
Yeah, I'm trying to get canceled. I've been trying to get canceled for so long, so that's why we need Trump to get elected and the pendulum to swing back so I can get canceled.
Have you tried doing a sex crime?
No, because I don't want to do that.
That usually works pretty good for people.
But that's the one I don't want to do a sex crime.
I remember Bill Cosby's like, I'm trying to get canceled, and they did that to 50 people.
Yeah, well, that's why
He's like, I can't get canceled. How many times I do it?
that's why Osama bin Laden did 9/11 was that he could finally get canceled.
I think he was just doing it for attention.
He was just crying out for
He's a fucking baby. Osama bin Laden's a fucking baby.
Try for help. What a narcissist.
Yeah, that guy is full of himself.
And Tim McVeigh,
Yep.
I think he just did that to get canceled.
Yeah.
To the Oklahoma City bombing.
He was trying to get his
Tim Dick Vane.
I think he was addicted to poison.
What was your porn name?
He was
Timothy
McVeigh.
It should be Timothy Dick Vane.
That's better. Yeah, Timothy Dick Vane. That is a much better improvement.
What about Dick Van Dyke?
I love that too.
Oh, you know what?
How about Dick Van Dyke?
It's already pretty good.
Yeah.
But
Oh shit, this doesn't go here.
I was listening to my new history podcast I listened to, and they were talking about how they're talking about the rise of fascism in England in like the early 1900s or something, but they're mainly talking about the massive like propaganda and hate against lesbians.
Whoa! Yeah. Why?
I don't know. I'm gonna find the episode for you to listen to it, but it's so funny. I don't know. It was.
I love that.
And then,
why? I've never heard of a
know.
campaign against lesbians.
But the second chair on the show is Tom Holland, this other guy, and then he's like listing off like all the things that these propaganda people were saying about lesbians.
I know. I want to see I want to see the cartoons.
And then
the propaganda
and then
cartoons.
Tom Holland is like, I think it's fair to say they wouldn't be welcome at the Pride March. He's like, I think you're right there, Tom.
Oh my god. I hate British people, dude. They're fucking.
I used to hate British people until I started listening to them.
Fucking, they're stupid.
Yeah.
Their humor.
Their witty humor.
I think I could do British humor. What was the topic that we could talk about?
It's just quick witty stuff.
Yeah,
like
you just say that they're just like sarcastic, basically.
Yeah, I mean it's all Winston Churchill quips, like stuff like that.
So what's in the pop culture right now?
They do a lot of sarcasm.
Yeah.
Like quick witty sarcasm.
Like what you just said. I don't think they'd be, or like they're glib. I think it's called being glib.
Yeah.
Or
well, let's talk about
levity. They do a lot of levity.
throughout our conversation, we'll try to figure out
what's a cultural phenomenon that's happening. I don't know.
well,
Fidget spinners.
AI is kind of taken over.
AI,
and a lot of people think that it's going to take people's jobs and replace.
Oh, I don't know if you've heard about this, Tom, but they have these AI self-driving cars driving them right into the wall under a bridge, backing up traffic. Doesn't sound like my kind of drive.
That's like
It doesn't sound like doesn't sound like a Sunday afternoon drive to me.
Yeah, British humor is just Anthony doesn't like humor.
Lame, dude. Well, no, they're just like they just say something and then they're like, "Oh, that would be bad."
Yeah, it's like wouldn't want to be called nut traffic or something.
Yeah.
Self-driving cars. What about car driving people?
In fairness, they're not 16. They're not old enough to drive.
Soon enough, cars are going to be driving us.
Yeah. Self-driving cars. Well, driving itself right into a wall, Tom. So fucking lame, dude.
I don't know.
British people suck.
I like it.
In fairness, Tom, they haven't even gotten their learner's permit.
I think I like it because it's so bad. No, it's great. I love the British now. Actually, it turns out.
Lead-footed. Lead it is made out of metal.
I'm a royalist.
It makes sense. It has a lead foot. It's made out of metal.
I used to hate the British monarchy.
It is a robot.
I used to hate the British monarchy, but now that they have a king, I like it.
Nice.
I like the patriarchy.
Yeah.
You know.
The British matriarchy.
Yeah. Whenever it's a queen, I'm like, I hate.
Yeah.
Like you can't have this like monarchies well played out. For hundreds of years, it should have been gone. But if it's a man running the show, then I'm in. Count me in fully.
Yeah.
I'm a royalist. I'm a part of the Whig Party or the.
Yeah.
I don't know what the difference is. The Whig Party, the liberals, and the Tories are the conservatives.
Tori Amos.
Yeah. Tory Kilkenny in Chicago.
If you ask me if I prefer queen or king, I take a checkers perspective of it. King me.
If Queen Latifah was the Queen of England,
that's a little different. That's cool.
Yeah. Why? Because she's black?
No, because she's Queen Latifah. She's a great actor and musician.
I was trying to catch you to say that black people were cool. Shit.
Oh, black people are cooler than British people. I'll say that. Fuck, I shouldn't say that. I don't know what Charles Babbage is. Charles Babbage might be British.
Uh-oh.
George Washington is, I think, British technically, right?
Shit,
is George Washington British?
Tom Holland's white and Dan Carlin's white too. Shit, they're cool.
Wait, is George Washington British? Or is he like, he grew up in America and they were just under British?
I think he's was born in America.
Okay. Yeah. Shout out to George Washington, made in America.
Made in the USA.
Yeah.
This Glock was actually not made in the USA. It was made in Austria.
Nice. Austria is cool. Arnold Schwarzenegger, who's an American patriot, is from there.
Yeah.
I say if you're Austrian, you're basically American. Mm-hmm. Based on the one Austrian I know.
It's also kind of like Australia.
Mm-hmm. It's like a mix of Australia and Germany.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because it's pretty much the same as Germany, and it sounds like Australia.
How about Auschwitzia?
Okay, that'd be cool.
It's like a country based on Auschwitz.
Well, that's kind of what Australia was.
Was it? Well, it was a prison.
Yeah.
Yeah. Not a death camp.
Yeah. What about Death Camp for Cutie instead of Death Cab for Cutie, the band? Do you remember?
Yeah. You just kill your crush.
Yeah. I'm trying to think of a song by Death Cab for Cutie.
Ugh, I hated that band.
Yeah, my sister listened to a lot of it during her emo phase.
Yeah. They weren't even technically emo. They was like kind of after emo, but it was like still too emo.
Yeah. It was kind of emo. It was like, it wasn't like hardcore.
Then there was the Postal Service, which was like related to that. Yeah, that was really emo.
She listened to a lot of Postal Service. My Chemical Romance also.
Oh, I didn't like any of that.
I like the song Helena by them.
I like Alan Turing's band, My Chemical Castration.
by Death Camp for Cutie.
Yeah.
Featuring Alan Turing. Listeners, let us know if you know the names of any songs by Death Camp for Cutie, and we'll put them in the comments, please.
Yeah.
So, go to patreon.com/badcomedy for the good episodes, just so you know.
Yeah. This
isn't the podcast. The podcast is the one we do the guests behind the paywall, and it's patreon.com/badcomedy. You only got to pay a small tax. I mean,
we've had many famous guests.
Most of you lib cucks already love taxes. This is just another tax, so you should like to pay it. Yeah,
it's $4 or something. It's less than a beer.
Yeah, it's less than a beer.
At a bar.
It's actually $3.99.
It's less than an IPA.
It's $3 essentially. It's $3.99. And again, with 3% inflation, like I say all the time, every year
you're basically making money.
You're making money by joining this podcast. This is financial advice.
Yeah.
It's a great investment. I mean, because what we're gonna do is, our first 100 patrons, we're going to bring up with us. You know?
Yeah, what are we saving up our Patreon money for? We could tell them, like, look, you're not just helping, like, we're not just putting this money into our cocaine dealer's pocket.
Yeah.
We're saving this money up to buy cool stuff.
Yeah, that we're going to give to you.
Like this, see this little waterfall on here? Mm-hmm. This shit,
that wouldn't be
that wasn't free.
Yeah.
Yeah. That was because of our hardworking patrons making money and giving it to us.
Yeah.
For working hard on the podcast. So that we could buy this little fountain.
Yeah.
And honestly,
and also it helps us provide for our families, you know?
Yeah.
We got, you know what they say, a family's got to eat.
My cat wears diapers now.
You know what they say, family?
So we have to buy diapers for the cat.
Yeah. I have 6 kids, so,
yeah.
I mean.
Well, I have one cat that wears diapers.
Oh, really?
Cran.
Yeah.
Shout out to Cran.
I think I had a dream about your cat, Cran. Or about that cat. I don't know, what was it?
Whoa. Have you ever met Cran?
I think you know. I think you were hanging out with Cran, and then you put like a mask on Cran or something, or Cran,
Sounds like something I would do.
Cran turned into a person or something.
Whoa!
Something weird happened.
That would be a cool dream. I wish Cran could turn into a person and tell me everything that she's thinking.
Yeah.
I spent a lot of my day wondering what my cat's thinking about.
Well, I'm 95% sure my sister's dog, Josie, is a person that was cursed into a dog's body.
Oh, yeah. I've seen this dog it literally has human eyes.
Yeah.
And the eyes are the gateway to the soul.
And then, like, if I push the dog off the couch because the dog's huge and like takes up the whole couch, the dog will like, walk away and sit somewhere and then just kind of stare me down for like 10 minutes.
The dog has definite like shame. It seems like it's always in a deep shame.
It's an emo dog. It's very depressed, but
I feel like if you pushed it off the couch, it'd be like, well, I did something wrong. And it would be sad. It would look at you with his human eyes.
The dog never barks.
Yeah.
But also the dog doesn't cry, too.
Yeah.
So I don't know.
Well, dogs don't cry.
Well, they go...
Oh, whining. Like, yeah.
Yeah, that's their version of crying.
I think I heard that human beings are like one of the only animals that actually cries.
Really?
Yeah, because we're like the bitch of the animal kingdom. Every other, like, animals don't cry.
Yeah.
I
Well,
want to look this up later.
I don't cry.
Yeah, me neither. I'm like a fucking dog.
Yeah. I'm like I think there are animals that cry, probably.
I think there's
Big girls...
fish.
Big girls don't cry, though, I think. That's from a song.
Yeah, big girls don't cry.
Big girls.
It's my birthday. I could cry if I want to.
I've seen a lot of fat girls cry, so that's wrong.
Yeah, I've made a lot of fat girls cry. Not calling them back.
Because fat girls do cry.
Fat girls do cry.
Big girls.
Yeah, well, you should do that for your next song. Just redo "Big Girls Don't Cry" as "Fat Girls Don't Cry."
Fat girls don't.
Just change that one word and do the whole song over.
That would be very funny to just cover a full song and only change one word. That'd be very easy to write.
Yeah.
Yeah. I might do that.
How about the song "Tequila" and then you get to the chorus and you go vodka because there's only one word in that song. Vodka.
What about this? You know my favorite song, Highway. You know my favorite song, Highwayman.
I know of it. I don't think I know I couldn't think of the words. Or the melody.
Well, they say Highwayman a lot in it. It's by the Highwaymen.
Okay.
And I could sing it very well. I can sing. It's by 4 different country singers.
Yep.
Johnny, Willie, Waylon, and Chris, and I can do all their voices pretty well. Sing the whole song.
Bragging over here. Bragging.
Well, I'm gonna make this a video probably.
Okay.
This is an exclusive. Normally, I only
Patreon exclusive.
normally no. I'm gonna tell the free people. This is a
Is it exclusive for 3 people?
no for the free people.
Oh,
on
for the
YouTube.
free people.
I'm gonna give you guys
Exclusively
a
for the
secret
free,
that I would normally only say on the Patreon.
Ah.
I'm gonna make a song called Highway Dan.
Okay.
And just change man to Dan
for the whole song.
for the whole song.
Okay. Highway Dan.
I was a highway Dan along the coach road.
You better keep this promise.
I will.
The people want it.
I know, and it's gonna be like really
I want to start
good.
making music again. I miss music.
Let's just start a band.
I'm in Ass to Ass.
Well,
The band that plays the Power Hour.
No, but we'll like record music and stuff.
Oh yeah, I always am down for that.
But it has to be outlaw country because that's all I can sing.
Well, I don't know how to play. I mean, I could play that.
It's
probably
easy.
Yeah.
And then we
Not very interested in that. Outlaw country. Outlaw country just gives me flashbacks to when I was a dishwasher, and that's all the line cooks would listen to. Just a bunch of drug addict white guys.
there's a reason they're called line cooks.
They moved to Chicago from this like South, and they listen to fucking outlaw country, and then just are addicted to heroin.
Well,
Shout out to Cameron.
and cocaine. That's why they're called line cooks.
Yeah. Absolutely. Well, they do heroin all night, and then to wake up for the shift, the brunch shift, they do coke throughout the shift. Yeah.
You got to.
Yeah. It's
it's
Anthony Bourdain's book, basically.
Right. Yeah. And then you got to kill yourself, like he did.
Yeah. Ultimately, yeah. You become very rich and successful. You get 3 different TV shows, and then you commit hooricide.
Yeah, I shouldn't have said the word. Sorry.
You think that YouTube could figure out hooricide?
Sorry, no. Sorry, demonetization.
There's a great 3 6 Mafia line where he goes, "I'm still shook because I just did a homicide."
Nice.
Which I always like that because I feel like 3 6 Mafia, unlike a lot of other rappers, they bring the psychological element into songs.
They're honest.
They're very honest.
Yeah, they're honest about their emotions and feelings.
Yeah.
And, like,
he's like, I'm really upset that I had to do that.
Right. And then he's like, I pop a cherry, then I pop my collar.
Yeah.
Pop brand new tags off of brand new clothes, brush my hair back, kick the hoe out the door.
Mm-hmm. You ever hear my all-time favorite song ever of any song is Bin Laden Weed by 3 6 Mafia. Because it's a weed song, and I remember we used to listen to it when we smoked weed in high school. But the whole verse is like, I feel like crazy and bad about myself because I'm so high and I'm thinking about all these people I should have hung out with and how my kid's gonna grow up. He's like all upset, and it's like that's real as fuck. Nobody has ever rapped about like being too high.
That's why I don't smoke weed
in like a real ass way. Yeah, he basically describes why I hate weed. And then there's the other verses cover different aspects of smoking. One guy's like, we're out in front of the police station with a 6-pack of beer, like we're just getting fucked up in front of the
yeah.
That's the other thing that happens sometimes when you're high and drunk is you just go anywhere.
I do like that song, Bin Laden Weed by 3 6 Mafia. Have you heard 3 6 Mafia Weed by Bin Laden? By Osama Bin Laden?
Whoa, no.
It's good.
Me and Jim did.
I think that's why he did 9/11 so that people would listen to his song.
I think he did it for attention.
Yeah.
Oh, for attention
to
for
his
the
music.
song. Yeah. Me and Jim would do a Thanksgiving music video every year, and
Jim Flanagan,
Jim Sanders,
or Jim from North Bar, or
I don't think you ever met Jim, my old friend Jim Sanders.
No, I've seen him in a video, like one video.
We did a Thanksgiving. We do a Thanksgiving music video every year. We didn't last year for the first time, but
you still made one, right?
I made one without him. Yeah. But we did one that was called Bin Laden Weed 2. I don't know. That's all. I just like that title. Bin Laden Weed. Oh, it was called The Return of Bin Laden Weed. The Return. Like Return of the Mummy, I guess.
Well, all right, if we were to start a band, what would our genre be?
Good question. It sounds like you want to do outlaw country.
Well, that's just mainly the I mean, I can do.
Maybe we could.
I can do different genres, but the voice I do.
Maybe you just do outlaw country singing, and we make the genre something else. We make kind of like a experimental what's it called? Psychedelic.
I thought of a cool.
Kind of like a psychedelic kind of experience.
I thought of a cool actual song. It would be like emotional about like someone. There's a story about a guy who drank too much and killed his wife. And it's called Whiskey to Water or Whiskey and Water.
What about Whiskey Dick?
That's good.
Like I got whiskey dick, so I killed my wife.
Yeah,
because I was embarrassed and I didn't want to tell anybody about it.
It's like it's about how he's sober now because he killed his wife when he was drunk. He's like from whiskey to water. I killed my wife. Whiskey to water.
This song you wrote?
Yes, this is a song I'm gonna write.
And it's called Whiskey Dick.
Whiskey Dick. Yeah.
Because he gets drunk on whiskey and then he's a real dick.
I grabbed my knife. I got whiskey dick. So I killed my wife.
Yeah. Turns out I was the whiskey dick in the end because I was drunk and being a dick.
I like that. Okay, whiskey dick is first song.
Yeah, I mean.
And then we can do.
I'll help out where I can, like adding, like changing a serious song to something about whiskey dick, wherever I can do that.
I want to start an outlaw country band, but the singer, the front man of an outlaw country band, has to be able to play guitar. You have to have guitar.
Ooh, they don't ever have just like a front man?
No, pretty much none. All the good ones have a guitar that at least play something.
Yeah, I get that.
Yeah. So
it's hard to respect.
I'm essentially up there like naked.
Because the outlaw country thing is a lot about like. We're real.
Yeah. Well, I mean,
we're badasses. Some
of them actually like were badasses and outlaws.
I think it's sort
like
of
Merle Haggard. Merle Haggard was in the prison that
isn't outlaw country kind of reaction to like pop country a little bit. They're like fuck all that shit.
It was the counter to
punk,
it.
It's like punk rock country.
Well, and a lot of them, like Willie and Waylon, they were a part of that. It was like where you dress all nice and stuff.
Oh, for sure. I like old country where they would wear like a suit and then like a cowboy hat and like a suit coat. Yeah, I like that. Well, I actually like that more than outlaw country.
Well,
I don't like the shit that came out, like the shit that outlaw country is reacting to, which is like the honky tonk, bedonka donk, like all that.
You
shit.
like that?
No, I hate that.
Oh, no, that's not
That's
what
like pop country. I feel like I could be totally wrong because I don't listen to country.
Outlaw country was the
opposite
counter.
of that.
Yeah. But
it's
a lot of
it's
them,
like punk rock,
a lot of them started in that because that was the only option.
right?
It's kind of like how.
But I think there was something before both those, which was just like country western,
the Beatles were more dressed up, and they got like more like stoner hippie type.
Yeah, they went through phases. A lot of bands will go through, I guess, like just phases where they change their outfits and styles to like recreate their shit.
But yeah,
sort of like we do on Bad Comedy
Outlaws,
Podcast all the time. We're always like recreating our styles and shit.
Yeah. Well, we still don't know.
Remember we went to a fake.
We still don't know what this podcast is.
The fake jewelry phase, the fucking Temu phase, the knife phase, the gun phase.
The Temu phase is still here. The gun
the
phase,
sword
is still
phase.
here.
Well, yeah, we always have the remnants of our old styles. That was true with the Beatles too. George Harrison would still be throwing down like a weird ass like Eastern music song in the middle of like the White album, like way later after they went through their psychedelic bullshit.
Yeah, but. Yeah, outlaw country. Yeah, it was like the opposite of.
Yeah, it was like a reaction to pop country,
and everyone was like, "Oh my god, this is crazy."
Yeah, it's punk rock. It's a
Yeah.
punk rock in country.
And then like Hank Williams Jr., like his dad was like way more buttoned up, but I think his dad.
I like Hank 1. Is that what they call him? Hank 1 or something? The first Hank.
Just Hank.
Hank Williams, and he did All My
No,
Rowdy
that's
Friends?
Hank Jr.
Oh, I guess I like Hank Jr.
Yeah, but Hank Sr. is known as.
What else does he do?
He does a family tradition, and he does country boy folks can survive.
Yeah. I like those songs.
Yeah. No, he's good.
But then shit got too poppy, and it's like honky tonk, badonka donk.
Oh, I don't like any of that. Yeah.
I like Red Solo Cup.
Yeah.
I fill you up. Let's have a party. Like, that's a good melody.
Okay. So you don't just like it sarcastically?
I like the melody. I don't drink, so I can't really enjoy the song to the full
Yeah.
potential.
No,
Also, I do like the idea of the song, which is like he's identifying this Red Solo Cup as like a sort of thing. That's cool.
Yeah, it is cool.
And you know, Red Solo Cup had a rap thing too. There was like an overlap because remember I was like put some in my cup was like a big thing for a while.
That's more styrofoam cups, double cup.
Yeah, true.
But
there's
solo cups with, I mean, just party culture in general.
There's like
I've
a
always
hip hop wrestling group called the Street Profits. And when they would come out, red Solo cups would fall from the ceiling because the Red Solo Cup was their thing.
Yeah.
So it's like it was also, I think there was some hip hop red cup shit.
Yeah.
At least, you know, WWE is always
just
a bastardization of what's actually happening in culture. So it's kind of like,
I mean, and just in like college party culture, playing beer pong. It's like go
Yeah.
grab some solo cups.
it always existed like
Yeah.
as a thing among alcoholics, young alcoholics.
Yeah.
But there was a couple people who I picked up on that. One of them was Toby Keith.
Ooh,
Shout out
that
to
could be our
him.
band name, Young Alcoholics. Yeah.
You ever listen to The Alcoholics as like a rap group?
And
They're a rap group my older brother was into that I listened to.
And then we'll have the band should be half sober people and half current alcoholics. So we'll have like Brandon Kiefer, current alcoholic,
Oh,
and me maybe
the young alcoholics.
And then we'll have like you and Dan Osimo.
I don't know. I don't love it, the young alcoholics.
What about the?
How about the young Turks?
What about Death Camp? What about Death Camp for Cutie?
Death Camp for Cutie?
What about Death Camp?
If we were a Nazi Death Cab cover group, I love it.
What about Death Camp for Ugly?
Death Camp for Jewy? That would be like a Nazi cover band of Death Camp for Cutie.
I don't think we'll do that one.
A white powered Death Camp for Cutie cover band. Jesus Christ.
What about?
You know what'd be fucked? You know what's fucked up?
What
is
about Breath Camp?
breath camp.
Yeah, it's just for people with bad breath.
You're so bad. We're sending you to a 1 week summer camp for to take care of your gingivitis.
I have a good name for a band: Breath Cab for Cutie.
Okay, I like it.
Remember?
How about Uber for Cutie? Instead of a cab.
I remember really weird things. This is from like a year ago on the podcast. Probably. I remember I said my name was Brad Breath or something.
Whoa.
Brad.
I kind of love it. I kind of like Brad Breath. My name's Brad Breath. Oh, because it sounds like bad breath. That's funny. I can't believe I didn't get that. Wow, that's cool.
It's really, I don't know how I just remembered that.
It would be great if we had a friend named Brad who had gingivitis and we could call him Brad. It would be like the ultimate slam dunk diss to a guy named Brad.
I think it somehow
Brad
stemmed
breath.
from Brad Kaufman.
Yeah.
Yeah, Brad Kaufman, more like Brad
Shout out to
Breath.
Brad Kaufman. What's he been up to?
He's been buying a lot of likes.
Buying likes. He's been.
But-
I haven't talked to him in a few days. He's been super busy in the market.
But he's
He's been bullish about likes. Is that what it's called? Bullish when you go into it?
Yeah, he's bullish on likes for sure. Yeah, he's going long. He's long on on likes. He's buying calls. No, but he has a system because it seems like all of his videos have like right around the same amount. So I wonder what his amount of money is that he puts in on each post.
Yeah.
So Brad Breath, let us know. And we're talking to Brad Kaufman when we say Brad Breath. So let us know what you pay for each post. I'm just curious. What is Sorab charging you for his friends?
Yeah. What is Sorab is the hookup.
Yeah. Well,
We talk about Sorab so much and he won't come on here.
Yeah. Well,
he's always busy is what he says.
Well, he's part
That's
of
what
the
he says.
Persian comedy cabal.
Yeah, yeah. Who's Cabal? What was her Cabal joke?
Well, I don't know. We're like the cabal.
Oh, Kate.
Well, no. I mean, there's like Kabbalah Harris and.
No, we had a joke like last show, like last episode.
Well, that's what I was talking about. That's what we call the.
Larry the Cabal guy.
Larry the Cabal guy.
That was what
but
I'm
then
trying to think
that
of.
stemmed from how the Persians run the Chicago comedy scene,
Yeah, yeah.
but it's the Chicago comedy cabal
Yeah.
of Persians.
Yeah.
Larry the Cabal guy.
The Cabal.
We talked about something about Larry.
I was trying to think about what that would be. It doesn't make any sense.
I don't-
What would Larry the Cabal guy do?
He was on the flight log, the Epstein flight logs, but he was just doing their cable, or you were just fixing the plane's cable.
Yeah, people don't bring that up. Some of those guys in the flight logs, they might not have been going to the island. They might have just been like,
The flight log is just like a log of wood.
really? You carve your name in it.
Yeah.
They're like, all the names from the flight log are just like KY loves DF.
Yes, they just have to
Like
guess
people's initials.
Yeah, they just have to guess.
It's like it says BC loves ML. Bill Clinton loves Monica Lewinsky.
It says JE loves kids.
Yeah, it says loves LG little girls.
Is that what the company stands for? LG, the company,
yeah.
Little Girls?
Yeah.
Oh, interesting.
Why do you think they have those pink phones?
I don't know. What does FBI stand for?
Female body inspector.
I think it's funny business.
I seen it on a T-shirt. It means female body inspector.
Yeah, that's one interpretation. It's a pretty secretive group.
There's multiple interpretations.
It was founded by Larry Hoover.
Everybody has the right to interpretation.
Oh,
of art.
Herbert. That's another old name.
Herbert.
Old
Yeah,
person.
Herbert.
Or they go by Herb.
Yeah. There's Herbert and there's Albert.
They go by Herb or Bert, actually.
You could be Albert and you're Al, but if you're Herbert, they don't call you her.
Wait, is Bert Kreischer's real name Herbert?
Oh my God, it might be. It might be Albert.
No, it's Herbert Kreischer.
Is it Herbert?
Yeah, I hope so.
Why doesn't he go by Herbert? That's way funnier.
Herbert Kreischer.
Maybe it's Robert.
No.
I hate Bert Kreischer, dude. I saw an ad on YouTube, on Facebook. He's coming to Chicago, and he's like, I'm coming to Chicago. There's no joke. He's just laughing at nothing.
But you're Shirt Kreischer.
Yeah, shirt Kreischer, because I wear a shirt.
And you look like Bert Kreischer.
And I talk about being fat. And I talk about being friends with Russian mobsters.
Well, Kyle from
and I wear a
Comedy Bar
shirt.
said that you're the Chicago Bert Kreischer.
Why do you say that? Because he doesn't understand me?
Because you look like him.
Is he,
You have the same style of comedy, kind of.
Yeah. Kyle is the kind of guy who will watch you for 2 seconds and then have a complete summary of who you are.
Mm-hmm. Can we?
So he calls me Bert Kreischer.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
He didn't mean that. No way.
He definitely meant that.
He didn't mean it. Take it back, Kyle.
Yeah.
My feelings.
Kyle Kinane.
Yeah, Kyle, he does he'll watch 1 minute of your act and then tell you what you need to do.
That seems pretty
He'll be like, you need to
Kyle-ish.
cut off your sleeves and talk about installing cable. That's what he said.
Oh, nice.
You could be Larry the Cabal guy.
That's good. you gotta tan more so you look Persian.
I'm Harry the Cable guy.
I'm Harriet Tubman, the cable guy.
Harriet Tubman the...
Yeah. You know Harriet Tubman was a spy?
What?
Yeah.
For who? The slaves?
Well, I don't know. They had a movie called Harriet the Spy. I assume it was about Harriet Tubman.
Uh-huh.
It was on Nickelodeon.
I listened to a history-ish podcast called Behind the Bastards, where they'll go like and cover somebody from history who's just like an evil guy.
Mm-hmm.
Like I listened to a Vince McMahon episode, it was pretty interesting, and then I listened to General E. Lee. And it was really hard to get through because I wanted all the information about General E. Lee. He is my namesake. My name's Jason Lee Milton.
Mm-hmm.
And he was a piece of shit. Like, he wasn't cool at all.
Oh, really?
Yeah, there's all this, like, shit to make him seem like he was a good general, but he really wasn't that great. Like, if you actually look at it, all the shit if all the shit they said was true, which I believe it, he was just some rich dipshit.
Yeah. Well, I think what they meant is that most of the generals under his command were really good. Whereas in the northern generals weren't as good.
Yeah. Well, no.
Like Stonewall.
He got out generaled a lot. Like there's a bunch of battles that he fucking lost, like Gettysburg.
Mm-hmm.
You know, like he was in charge of Gettysburg, which was like the pivotal moment in the war, and he basically fucked it all up.
Yeah, maybe he sucked, but I'm pretty sure that they had some good generals, other good generals though.
Yeah. Well, there was a bunch of. I mean, they were all pretty good generals.
They had a guy.
There was a bunch of.
They had
guys.
a guy named Stonewall.
Yeah.
Well, also Ulysses was a drunk.
Yeah, well, everyone, that's another thing they said is like everyone shits on Ulysses S. Grant, but he actually was a pretty good general in terms of like he won a bunch of battles. He won the war.
Yeah.
People always like talk about the South like they were great, but they lost.
No,
and they lost a bunch of battles.
Yeah.
And it's really weird how they get way too much credit the Civil War.
Well, they get
the Civil War.
I think the credit is that they had good generals and tactics, but they didn't have the supplies or the manpower.
No. I mean, people say that, but that wasn't even the problem.
We'll go further into it.
Yeah, I mean, I listened to this whole podcast about it, so they were talking about stuff like you're saying.
Yeah.
And there's a lot of that is sort of the story that they tell to try and make General Elite. They call him law. I forget what they called it, but they try and like
General
say like
least a good general.
There's this whole whitewashed history about General Lee to make it sound like it was a shame, but he had to fight for the South.
Shane Gillis?
Because he didn't want to fight against Virginia, which was his home state.
Yeah.
But the thing is, he never even lived. He had a house in Virginia that he never went to. He was
really?
always in other places. So it's like the whole story is weirdly based on this bullshit. Like... And also, he said he didn't want to fight against his own sons and family, but his sons decided to join the South after he did. Like, there's all these lies that people tell. I don't know, to try and like make it seem like they want to save his legacy for some reason. I don't know why.
Yeah, I don't know. Their president was probably a bad guy.
Who?
Jefferson Davis.
Oh yeah, I don't know. A bunch of them were bad guys, the slaveholders.
His name was Jefferson Davis. That's like Thomas Jefferson mixed with Davy Crockett.
There's some stories about General Lee telling his overseers to whip the slaves to the point where the overseers were like, "No, that's too much."
Really?
Yeah. The people who were responsible for doing the whipping were like, "I refuse to hurt somebody."
I forgot where I read this, but I'm pretty sure that the Confederacy was fighting to end slavery. And Abraham Lincoln wanted slavery, and the Confederacy rose up because they wanted to stop slavery.
And then they won the war, and that's when slavery stopped.
Yeah. So the South won.
That's true.
Yeah. I read it. It was a source. I can read off a thing that I got from the source. It was Tom Netherlands.
And I like that Dutch guy.
Mm-hmm, and it's from Jefferson Davis. Where he says, "We won the war."
Can I ask you a question?
And abolished slavery.
Did you by chance listen to this podcast on opposite day?
Oh shit, I did.
That would be so fucking funny to do a history podcast on opposite day and then just report everything the opposite.
We just do history in the complete
not even mention that it's opposite day. Like you'd have to put that together as a listener on your own.
We'll say at the end of the episode that it's opposite
anyway,
day.
What are you doing for opposite day? I'm not gonna go get an ice cream.
That was a funny bit we used to do. It was like, Your Honor, I pled guilty, but it was opposite day.
Hell yeah, dude. Opposite day.
You can't find me. Yeah, Your Honor, when I said I killed all those people, it was on opposite day.
Yeah.
I'm innocent. The judge is like, you're right. It was opposite day.
My whole thing about
you're free to go.
I did want to just complain about this podcast was the guys running it, to me, they sounded like I believe they were probably in their late 20s or 30s. And they were talking about the Civil War and General Lee. And then they just kept throwing in like fam and like modern slang. And I honestly almost had to turn it off.
Yeah.
Like I was like, every time they would do it, I would cringe so hard. He's like, so you're saying he owed a bunch of money on all the land that he ran? Well, that's not even cool, fam. You're out here showing your ass. It was like, dude, I think I'm gonna have to turn this. It was like so upsetting to me.
Yeah, I hate that.
It was so upsetting.
Yeah.
So this is a anti-plug to Behind the Bastards.
Okay.
I wish somebody would do that same show without saying fucking fam, and I forget what the other one was. They had a few.
If you sarcastically enjoy witty British quips, then listen to The Rest is History with Tom Holland.
Dude, why can't there just be more people like me doing podcasts for me to listen to? No British people, no fucking young American cool hipster guys.
Dan Carlin's cool.
I like Dan Carlin. He's the one guy that I like. He just starts yelling when he's reading a quote. And the waves crashed on the ship.
Is that him reading a source?
That's Dan Carlin reading, yeah.
reading a source.
Hold on, I got a text message from my girlfriend. She says, "Are you gonna be home before 9 p.m.? I want to get that Asian place we like."
Yeah, do you think in real life Dan Carlin does the same thing?
Yeah.
So he's like, yeah. So your mom told me to tell you that
dinner will be ready at 6. Yeah. He pulls the mic away and just screams in a high voice. It's so fucking sick though. Every time he does it, I get pumped.
You know that he does those podcasts in one take.
No.
Yeah, he does. He talks about it on one.
Oh, I think I heard him talk about it where
and sometimes
he records for hours and then they edit it down.
But
he pays someone to edit it down.
But sometimes he'll do a 5-hour one and they'll just scrap it.
Really? Holy shit.
But I think they don't edit it within. I think they just edit the beginning and the end. But he just kind of
they don't. It's one take.
Yeah,
dude, he's like he's like Jay-Z.
I know.
Podcasting.
It's awesome. So he does he has an outline of what he's going to do, but he doesn't write it out.
Yeah.
Some podcasts. There's one podcast that
Well, yeah, he's very conversational and he's a radio guy.
Yeah.
So he's probably good at that. I remember listening. He started. I don't know. I love Dan Carlin.
He always does a disclaimer that he's not a historian. It's you pretty much are. Do you have to have a PhD in history to technically be a historian?
Well, I think he considers a historian people who are doing history work, they're reading primary sources and.
Yeah.
So he's kind of like a secondary source. He's just reporting on what other historians are finding.
But he quotes Herodotus and stuff.
Yeah, but he's probably quoting Herodotus from a secondary
from Tom
source.
Holland.
Yeah, I think he does more like that, which is whatever. I respect it because he's trying to be a serious guy. Mm-hmm. So he's I'm not considering don't be mad at me for what I say because I'm not considering myself a.
It's a good cop out though. He can say whatever he wants.
Yeah. He goes, the Holocaust never happened. And,
I'm not a historian.
I'm not a historian, but
I read that from a secondary source.
According to Adolf Hitler Jr., the Holocaust is a myth. And
I'm kind of, I kind of want to read Mein Kampf or an audiobook.
Yeah,
just see what it was.
Well, sounds
because I'm always struggling with stuff, and it's my struggle. So I just kind of want to know, if
what if it's a self-help book?
What if it's
he's the first thing you do is when you wake up in the morning, I want you to write a journal entry.
It's like you got to make your bed every morning.
Yeah, you got to make your bed.
That way you got one thing done.
Envision your goals for 5 minutes.
It says nothing hateful at all.
Yeah.
Does not talk about any type of supremacy.
It's just self-help bullshit.
My struggle with depression.
You know, 9 out of 10 readers have already closed this book, so congratulations.
my struggle
on making it this far.
What about Mein Kampf with anxiety? So
Mein Kampf with social awkwardness.
So if anybody in Germany writes a book talking about their struggle with something, they have to start it with Mein Kampf.
Yeah, I guess. I mean, that's what they would say. Well, yeah, they'd be like, I'm kampfing with figuring out how to set up the new Microsoft program or whatever.
Yeah, but
I'm struggling.
That sucks that because Hitler wrote that book, nobody can talk about their struggles in books anymore in Germany.
Mein Kampf with learning how to make WordPress websites.
What about this? I have some good wordplay here. It kind of ties into music. Mein Kampf, my back, my and my crack.
Oh, yeah.
I don't want to.
I've never heard anybody named Joe do that joke.
Joe Bananas?
Yeah. You know his joke?
Yeah.
Okay. I thought that could have been a funny coincidence. What if it was like what if Mein Kampf was actually like a For Dummies series? Like, you remember the book? Like singing for dummies, like Microsoft, or is like Windows 98 for dummies.
It's like struggling for dummies.
It's like Mein Kampf with Windows 98.
That's pretty good.
Yeah.
That's probably what it's called in Germany.
Yeah, it's like.
Why does Germany always want to take over the world? And when's the next time they're going to try to do it again?
It's like Pinky in the Brain over there.
Yeah, it's Pinky. Do you think Pinky ever got some brain?
One in the pink.
Speaking of brain,
the brain is pink and pinky.
Yeah. Speaking of getting some brain, get some brain, folks, at Brain Spa OFC on Instagram.
Oh.
Shoot them a message if you want to get some brain
on Instagram,
and that's all. It's really cool. You'll see cool things if you get some brain.
I might take some of that,
and you'll feel good.
It's my day off.
Also, folks, Cool Steeper Club.
Shout out to the Cool Steeper Club. Buy some tea.
They deliver tea directly to your doorstep. Tom Holland is the head of it, and he.
They send you like a little container with a thing in it, and you put the tea in the thing, and the tea comes out overnight.
Yeah, and then use the thing, pour the thing into a cup. It's tea.
Yeah, if you're a caffeine guy, it's kind of nice because you just set it in your fridge.
And your favorite flavor is?
I like the Kenyan Black. I'm a big Obama supporter.
Yeah, and I like the cranberry Kenyan Black.
Yeah,
because it tastes just like a cranberry Obama.
Yeah. One cranberry Obama, please.
Yeah,
sounds like a mixed drink.
They should just call it the cranberry Obama. Yeah. But yeah, use Bad Comedy on coolsteeperclub.com for 25% off. Let's talk about Obama.
What about him?
I don't know. He's pretty cool.
I had a friend named I had a friend named Al Obama.
Cool black guy.
Yeah.
Obama.
Actually, I think no. I don't think Barack Obama's cool. Is he cool? Why?
Because he's charismatic and he's
charismatic, sure.
You can clearly tell he's like pandering to be.
He seems like a people pleaser to me.
Yeah, he is. Yeah.
I'm a Barack Obama. I like
was that Chinese or
I don't know. I was trying to do a bad impression of him.
What about Chinese Obama? He's like, I'm the first black president.
I seen a video of a guy who is a black guy who grew up in China, and he spoke with a Chinese. He spoke perfect Chinese, and he looked like an old black guy. And he was just talking about how he'd fuck all the Asian bitches because they'd never seen a black guy before. It was all translated, so it might not have been saying that.
I was doing a Chinese black guy impression like a lot. Like this with Mike.
So just a Chinese guy impression, basically.
Well, yeah, but he's like, I'm Brack. But I guess this is a Dave Chappelle joke.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Where he uses Brack, yeah, because he has an Asian wife. And I guess he has a stand-up joke. And
it's a stand-up joke.
Yeah.
I thought it was like a sketch from his show.
Well, it seems like it could be a sketch, yeah. But I don't know. I forgot what like the whole punchline is, but he says in it like Like, I'm a brack. I'm brack. It's like he's trying to tell people he's black. I don't know.
One of my favorite jokes about his wife is he says sometimes his wife won't have sex with him, so he'll just fuck her feet while she's asleep. And then he goes, "You can't rape feet." That's literally what he says. It's the funniest fucking thing in the world.
An algorithm. We're quoting someone else. Okay.
Oh yeah. My favorite Dave Chappelle joke.
Yeah. Well, how would so?
You know how long it took me to teach this monkey how to suck my dick without trying to peel it first?
Can you please, when you're doing sources, can you please do it like Dan Carlin would do?
Yeah.
Like,
Oh yeah. This is Dan Carlin. And then Dave Chappelle said, "Do you know how long it took me to teach this monkey how to suck my dick without trying to peel it first?"
And that was from his special.
Yeah, from Killing Him Softly or something. 1998 or whatever the fuck.
Remember how
Old ass special.
funny Dane Cook was when we were younger, and then if you listen to it now, it's like terrible.
I never loved Dane Cook. I remember everyone loved Dane Cook, and they're like, "You got to check out Dane Cook." And I was already into stand up because I didn't have when I was a kid, I didn't have any child TV shows. We didn't have Disney Channel, and we didn't have Cartoon Network for some reason. So I would watch Nickelodeon for some, and then I would watch Comedy Central because they had cartoons on late at night.
Yeah.
And
I mean, my main
so I remember watching a lot of stand-up specials as a kid. And,
Dane Cook was one of the first, I think.
and then Dane Cook came along later, and I was like, I don't get this. Like
Okay.
everyone, and I remember it was like a huge thing. Like everyone loved Dane Cook.
Yeah, and he had like the symbol, like the shocker.
The shocker, yeah. People get that as a bumper. Remember people get a bumper sticker of the shocker on their car?
Yeah.
It's like the shocker.
That's the lamest shit.
Yeah, dude, it's really ass.
Oh, you know who I hate more than like massive Dane Cook fans? Dave Matthews Band fans are the lamest people in the world.
Yeah,
I knew a guy, Zach, in college who had there's like this fire dancer thing that is the logo. He has a fire dancer on his back. Yeah.
Ooh, a tattoo. Ooh.
Yeah. And this is like such a lame band.
I think it would be hard to get any band as a tattoo for me.
I'll get a corn tattoo.
It's just a little corny. Yeah, corn tattoo is cool.
It's not corny.
That's not corny. Ironically.
Let's get matching corn tattoos.
Matching corn tattoos.
Yeah.
I wish there was an R in bad comedy.
Yes, we could put it backwards.
Yeah.
We could call it bad comedy.
That was one of my first stand-up jokes.
We could change the Scrabble.
I love playing Scrabble with my mom, but she's so unhip she didn't know corn was spelled with a backwards R.
Yeah. What an idiot.
My dumbass mom.
Yeah, because there's at least 3 backwards R pieces, right?
Yeah.
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 What about...
Or you could use the blank.
Yeah. What about Blake Birkenship?
How about
What if Blake and Adam Burke had a baby?
yeah, Blake Burke.
Blake Burke.
I did CYSK the other night. I saw Adam Burke. He hosted.
I figured out. Oh yeah, how'd it go? How'd your set go?
Fuck it.
If you don't know what CYSK
cool.
is, it's one of the bigger shows in Chicago, so it's kind of a big deal to do.
Yeah.
You did well.
Yeah. I think I did well. I'm gonna get the tape from Redescu.
Well, yeah. I mean,
Everyone told me I did well, but I was like, of course, just self-critical or whatever after my set. I had fun when I was on stage. I enjoyed my time there.
yeah, you have the
And then I got off stage. I was like, I hate myself. I want to die.
yeah, you do the opposite of what I do.
Oh, you get off stage. You're like, I'm the
crush.
fucking king.
I'm the king of New York. Yeah, I'm Dale.
Did you see me up there? I was basically Dale. Just fucking killing.
Just dying.
Killing and dying at the same time. That should be his next album title. Killing and dying.
Killing while dying.
Killing while dying.
He records it and then he dies before it comes out. That would actually be a big. That'd probably go like viral if that happened. That album would sell a lot.
Yeah.
And then he could use it to pay for his funeral.
Yeah, murder, suicide.
Suicide.
Hericide.
That's what we meant.
Who-odder.
We got to an hour, and our guest, since we don't have our cell
We
phones,
fulfilled the minimum obligations. It's time to end this.
Yeah, guys. So if you didn't like that episode, it's because this is the one that's bad on purpose.
Because you have bad taste.
Yeah. If this left a bad taste in your mouth, why don't you swish it clean by...
Why don't you take the dick out of your mouth?
Take the dick out of your mouth and put the bad comedy Patreon dick in your mouth.
If you got a bad taste in your mouth right now, it's probably because you have a homeless guy's dick in your mouth.
Yeah, take the homeless guy's dick out of your mouth, put the Patreon dick in your mouth,
and that's a clean dick.
Yep, and then it's only it's actually pretty much free, as we explained. So it's free to join our Patreon because of inflation at patreon.com/badcomedy. Just scroll down; the link's there. And it's pretty easy to remember. You can go to just Patreon and type in our podcast.
Just type in Bad Comedy Podcast.
Yeah, you can type in Bad Comedy. It'll show up too. So
get our SEO up.
If you can't figure out how to get to our link, then you're not smart enough to be a patron. Because we do have a minimum requirement, and we can block you from being a patron. So if you're dumb,
you have to be at least 8 years old to listen to our podcast.
Yeah, and you got to be like.
I don't want any 8-year-olds. I don't want any 7-year-olds learning swears.
Yeah, you gotta be like cool as fuck too.
Yeah,
kind of like Adam Urbanski.
You have to be 8 years old, and your uncle gave you a beer one time, and you drank it. Yeah, that would be cool.
Yeah, like we're looking for more people, like crazy guys that hate Sam Talent and and subscribe and unsubscribe and keep doing that.
If you're totally mentally deranged, you're definitely welcome here.
And then leave like paragraph, like 20 paragraph long comments, and then delete them.
Then, hyper analyzing some dumb joke we made.
So we're looking for people like that.
Yeah.
No, we do.
We could use a few less fans and a few more stalkers.
Yeah. We're looking for like super fans that are also trying to kill us. We're looking for
frenemies.
Yeah. No, actually, we're looking more for people that like want to assassinate someone because they think it'll make us happy, like that guy did for Jodie Foster.
Yeah.
Like the guy that shot Reagan.
He shot Reagan. Yeah.
And we're not saying
he's out, right?
We're not saying
he's around now.
Yeah, we're not saying we want.
I think he's on Twitter.
We want someone to kill someone for us. Don't do that. Don't do that. But he only injured Reagan.
Yeah.
But I miss the Gipper. I miss Reagan.
Yeah.
I
miss Ray gun, my gun that shoots rays.
You have one?
I used to.
Shoots out.
I miss it.
It shoots out guys named Ray that work at the American Legion.
Yeah, it shoots out Ray Hollow.
It shoots out chubby Mexicans at the American Legion.
Yeah, shout out to Ray. It shoots out Jamie Foxx. I saw his titular role.
I saw Ray one time. I saw Ray at Cleo's one time.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
He seems like a guy who goes to a bar.
Yeah.
I seen Ray yesterday.
At the place
the
place he works. The place he's at.
Yeah, I went to his job.
Interesting. Wait, is his name?
It was the 125th birthday of the American Legion, and they had a fucking sheet cake from Costco. It was fucking rocked. We all got cake yesterday.
That's awesome.
And
that's your favorite.
For my birthday, I want a Costco sheet cake. The doctor says I can't eat cake, but I didn't say anything about icing.
Oh, really? That's awesome. That's awesome. So you're gonna get an icing cake.
God damn. I had a birthday show.
What if you got a cake? What if it was only icing? So there's no.
No, that's a good idea.
A block of icing.
That is a great idea, but that's not.
Because your doctor didn't say anything about it.
I used to do a stand-up joke. This is my original act. Was so absurd. I go,
I
got an idea for an invention. How about instead of an ice cream cake, it's just the really good chocolate part of the ice cream cake. No top, no bottom. Just a really rich chocolate part, and that's the whole cake. See, I got ideas like this, but I don't have a big fucking titty in my hand right now. I used to say shit like that on stage. Why isn't there a big fucking titty in my hand right now? I'm just coming up with these $1 million ideas.
Ice cream cake. When's your birthday? I'll get you an ice cream. I want to get you an ice cream cake.
January 10th. Capricorn.
Oh, that's gonna be in a while.
Capricorn with a K and a backwards R.
That's awesome. I wish if I was a Capricorn, I would definitely get it would just be like Capra and then corn in the corn writing, like Capra like regular writing, like Helvetica.
It'd be cool to have that if I was single in my Tinder bio.
Is the head of the American Legion? Wait, is his name Sarge or is he a sergeant?
Yeah.
Is his name?
It's really confusing because he's actually a general.
What's his real name? What's his name?
His name is Sarge, and he's actually a fucking captain.
Okay, because I always forget if it's Surge or Sarge.
Yeah, his name is Surge, but his last name is Mountain Dew.
He's like Surge from System of a Down.
I'm talking about Surge, like the knockoff Mountain Dew.
I always thought he was Sarge Surge.
Sarge Surge.
Yeah,
Mountain Dew
like
is his middle name.
Sergeant Surge. No, not that. SERJ. All right, folks. On that note, I hope you enjoyed the. You guys all know Sarge.
Yeah, shout out to Sarge.
Everyone that's listening.
I need to hit him up.
He's a veteran. I want to give a shout out to the veterans. By the way, we have a veteran discount if you join Bad Comedy.
Do we?
I'll send.
Do not tell that to Anthony Hernandez. I want him paying full price.
Oh yeah, I mean, if you're already a patron, you don't get a discount. If you fought if you fought,
if you saw action,
then you get half off your first month.
Sounds good. Half off.
Half off.
Yeah.
That's a good deal. You don't get that military discount at most places. You probably get 10% or 15% some places.
Yeah. This is
50% off 1 month.
1 month.
Your first month, 50% off your first month.
That's not bad.
That's how we help. That's how we want to help out our veterans.
Yeah, I know a lot of you veterans are homeless, so
yeah,
I know you could use the extra cash that we're saving.
I mean, just so you guys know,
basically making money.
Half of our patrons are homeless, pretty much. So the fact that some of you won't pay $3.99 is very embarrassing.
Yeah.
Because that means
there's actually homeless people who are paying more than the free listeners.
Yeah, these people like literally need that $3.99 to eat, or else they'll starve. They starve to listen to our podcast each month.
They're forgoing a winter jacket so they can listen to our podcast for a year.
And you guys want to listen to it, but out of principle, you don't want to pay to listen to a podcast.
Yeah.
So to anyone who's like that, you can kiss my butt. Yeah, you can pound sand, you can kick rocks, you can hit the road, Jack, and don't you come back no more. That's what I'll say to them.
Yeah. Kiss my butt.
Let's go ahead and close this one off.
You're a butt wipe.
Do you have any plugs?
I guess JasonMeltonComedy.com, Jason Melton Twitch. We'll do a new album recording. Wait, no, I don't know. I have nothing else to plug. That's it. Cool, Jason Melton.
Discord.
I have a Discord. Join my Discord.
Follow me at Cool Jason Macton.
We were talking about I'm in Love with a Stripper 2, the remix, which has R. Kelly on it. He has the most incredible verse of all time.
I'd like to plug a Highway Dan, so that will be coming out at some point. Follow me at Cool Jason Macton on all platforms. Also follow me at Bad Boy Comedy. That's my main platform, but I use Cool Jason Macton to impersonate Jason. Follow me on Twitch at Spy to Cancel Jason.
Wait, that's you?
Fuck. And patreon.com/badcomedy. Lastly, you guys should know this if you're a normal listener, but you can catch me at every comedy club. I'm pretty much doing weekends at either Comedy Bar, Zanies, or Laugh Factory every weekend. So just Google MACK NEPPER. You can probably just type in MACK shows in Google, and it'll pop up. I'm normally on the homepage of most of the comedy clubs and theaters in the area. But hey, guys, thank you so much for listening. And if you're a freeloader, why don't you're a dickweed. Do you have any other cool insults we can?
I was thinking about a joke for next podcast,
like childhood bully insults. You have no friends.
You're a butt wipe.
Yeah, you're a butt wipe. You have no friends. No one likes you.
Hey, I got a message to you guys who suck. Up your butt and around the corner.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
Why don't
Where the prostate is, I assume. Is that what that's about? The prostate?
I don't know.
It's up your butt and around the corner.
I don't know, but I do remember that saying.
I try to make little kids telling me to make myself come.
They're giving you directions to your prostate. Pretty good.
Yeah.
To anyone who's a freeloader, you're gay.
Hey, freeloaders.
You have no friends and you're gay.
You guys need to read some Thomas Hobbes, you free riders.
Yeah, maybe read some Calvin and Hobbes.
Freeloaders.
Yeah, maybe read some Tom Holland if you need some sources. All right, well, we'll see you when the moon hits the sun. Actually, the world will probably end. So we won't see you then, but we'll see you when the moon hits the sky. Like Jason's second favorite food, pizza.
Hell yeah.
First cake. See you guys.